Let's welcome Dr. Bruchalski.
You know, it's pretty embarrassing when they call you a pro-life doctor. Like, what other type is there, you know? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense in this crazy world. Thank you so much for this privilege. I am really privileged to be here with you. This is something that we've been praying for at the Tepeyac Family Center for a long time. Sunday night in Manassas, Mary from the AAA Women for Choice, the pregnancy center there, was speaking at a 40 Days for Life rally that I was at. And she said, "See you on the sidewalk." Well, I can't tell you what your presence means on this sidewalk right in front of us. You are a witness in a world that says, keep your damn religion to your private self, keep your own beliefs to your private self. No, when the weakest of our littlest of our brothers and sisters, when their lives are at stake, when we see the hurt women that we know who are in our families and our communities, when we see them hurting and broken, we speak out. And not just speak out, but we create a presence and a place that is safe and healthy and whole, an option. We provide real options. And so one of the things that I just want to speak about for about the next 3 or 4 minutes is that what 40 Days for Life does, it's about prayer, it's about presence, and it's about love. First off, prayer. I grew up in a great family, and my mom and dad never left me out of their prayers. And they invited their friends to pray for me when I became lost. At one point in my life, I wanted to liberate women from the chains of their fertility, and I learned to do things that no human being should ever have to do. And yet I thought I was doing the right thing and helping women and providing a great service. And it was through their intercessory prayer that I eventually came to my senses, where the Lord and His Mother could affect me in such a way that I could find myself in the slop and begin to find a better way. And that better way is nothing more than providing the best of medicine. I'm 50 years of age. I'm a gynecologist. I work right up the street at the Tepeyac Family Center. We try to provide excellent medicine. We try to see all women, those who have insurance and those who don't. And we opened our doors to the women in crisis pregnancies, because that's where we really saw the women in crisis, where they were really hurting. And I learned to do that in my residency. It was a wonderful Assembly of God church that took over a pregnancy center that taught me about love and prayer and care. And so we now have not just good medicine, but seeing the underserved as well as the served, but we just work with the biblical principles of life, that we are created in the image and likeness, and that women deserve respect, and that the life in the womb begins at conception, at fertilization. And so that prayer that you do here every day on these 40 Days for Life make a difference, because you're putting the Lord first. Number 2, it's about your presence. Our world is trying to tell us to keep our beliefs to yourself. You don't want an abortion? Don't have one, right? That's what that bumper sticker says. It's a false assumption, because when someone's life is in danger, you got to speak out, and you got to be able to create an environment where there are true, real options. And so this idea of having a presence in medicine, once again, docs have come under fire for many reasons, some financial, some social, and they find themselves they're finding themselves in a more difficult place, a lot because of the present administration, but also just because of the lawsuits increasing and the difficulty of providing care to those who are less fortunate than us. And so you find doctors less open to taking those charity cases. So we've provided a presence for our community, saying, you know what, there is a better way. You can actually work in medicine and give the best of care, but also provide care to those who are served and those who are underserved. So we went nonprofit. So we actually go to the community and we talk about providing charity to those who are less fortunate than us. We don't believe in big government. We don't believe in the government telling us what we can do. We believe that your hard-earned money, you know your community best. You know those who are in need. And once again, this group tonight that's come out here, you're proving it. It's your presence, it's your witness that makes a difference. It's our witness on labor and delivery. It's our witness when we're giving talks, because they're actually looking and saying, we can do this. And lastly, it's about love. We believe that health is based on relationships found in community. What 40 Days for Life does well is they bridge the gap between Catholic and non-Catholic, Lutheran and Episcopal and evangelical, and it goes across the borders of, it bridges many gaps. It bridges many divisions. That's one of the greatest blessings of the 40 Day for Life movement. It's this idea of love. Health is based on relationships found in community. By us being the docs, you being out here at the first, in the trenches, at this last stop, talking to the escorts, watching the women walk in, praying for the people in those offices performing the acts of abortion, we are building community. We can then work with the pregnancy centers. We can then work with the maternity homes. We can then work with the social services, where we can create a community that actually provides love and service to those in need. So health is based on relationships found in community. Medicine is an act of mercy, like feeding the hungry and housing the homeless. We also hate the disease but love the patient. And together, working together, we can love enough so abortion becomes unwantable, so children become welcomed. That's the whole idea here. We want abortion to become unwanted. We want to create an abortion-free zone, not through the legality of it, because they're arguing that in Richmond tonight. We're doing it through care and love and service. We're reaching out across and we're building a net where our presence makes a difference in others' lives. This ain't rocket science, folks. When I think about praying, I wish all the body of Christ would be out here tonight. All the body of Christ would see this as an issue that needs to be not just spoken about and argued and intellectually argued, but one where we can come together and meet our brothers and sisters who are really hurting, really broken, and help those in need. And so once again, I want to thank you for this opportunity to be here tonight. I cannot tell you what a joy it does to the doctors and the staff over at the Tepeyac Family Center and Divine Mercy Care. Being in the trench and watching this movement grow over the last few years has been quite remarkable. And I fully believe that by working together, we can love enough so abortion becomes unwantable. And we begin with ourselves. Tomorrow, many of us will hear the reading from Joel, where it says, rend your heart, not your, I want rending of your hearts, not your garments. I pray that abundantly upon not just those in that building, and not just the patients, the women with child, but I also pray it for the mystical body of Christ. For, as Father said, we are the laity. There are Levites. They provide God's grace. They give us direction and inspiration. But it's really up to us. And I thank all the leaders of the 40 Day for Life program who have put this together to give us the opportunity to witness, even on this cool evening, to stand up for life and to stand up for love. And with all my heart, I just thank you so much, and I look forward to continuing to work together in helping save the least of our brothers and sisters. Thank you so much.